The rules clearly in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight from both of you. Fight clean, fight hard, and do what you got to do. Good luck to both of you. You may touch gloves.
And they decide not to touch gloves.
Nope.
I told you, Tyler Nicholson was not impressed with Hosseini not making weight. When he first stepped on the scale, he was 6 pounds over what they agreed.
One of our judges, cage side, Rakan here, really enjoying the fact there was no glove touch there. He thinks we've got an interesting one on our hands, I think.
All right, very different body types. Nicholson's going to be definitely the taller, the lankier. Starts with the leg kick. Nicholson is in the blue. It is Hosseini in the red.
Now, as I said, if there's any falls, Kevin will come in, make sure both those gloves can come together, have a cognitive approach to the next step, and then we're going to get back at it. Good left high kick there by Tyler Nicholson, using that jab, and Hosseini comes over top with a right hand. Good left hook, right hook, or left straight, right hook combo there, and a kick over top. Hosseini's underneath of it, though.
Hosseini holding his gloves very high. Nicholson a little bit lower.
It's a little bit different than the traditional, kickboxing ring, obviously. There's 6 corners instead of 4 here, so the angle of them is going to be a lot less. Good knee to the body there by Tyler Nicholson.
Nicholson says he was motivated. We'll see if that's a factor in
Another
this one.
knee to the body, throwing that, looked like a bit of an elbow along the cage there.
I think it was a forearm. Elbow's illegal, but I don't know if forearm is.
Depends if you make it look illegal or not, Craig.
Very, very, very good legs from Nicholson so far early on in this one.
High kicks, legs to the body, to the leg. Jamil there with a nice left kick looking to land. Oof. Good outside leg kick, and the head kick's blocked there. You can already see a little bit of a mouse coming up under Jamil's right eye. Oh, that's nice, a good inside leg kick. Ooh. Oh, good left hook by Jamil.
Jamil coming in. He's
Tyler might be in a bit of trouble here, Craig.
Trouble. He's covering up. And nice head movement out of that one by Tyler Nicholson. He looked to be in trouble, but now they get back to the center of the cage. Nice right hand.
That was almost a Superman.
From Jamil.
No. A spinning back kick lands below the equator on Tyler Nicholson, and that's about as devastating of a strike as you can throw in about the worst place it can land. Kevin Dornan here coming over to give him his options, which I believe
He's telling him to take his time right now.
Take your
listen,
time.
That landed. That was it's spinning back kick right to the mid. Well, you know what I say.
The nether regions.
I don't mean the stomach when I say midsection.
Mm-hmm. Slightly below the equator, we'll go with. Tyler Nicholson's going to be given a couple minutes here to see if he can't get his wits back about him.
Hosseini was coming on in about 30 seconds leading up to that, but this is going to be a good break for Nicholson. Collect himself a little bit here.
Mm-hmm. I'm not for a moment saying that didn't land heavily to that groin area, but if Nicholson's smart here, he does take an extra minute because he did get caught with a couple of shots. He can sit here, kind of get his wits back about him, and be ready to go. Although, for a moment, I'm not doubting that that's excruciating pain that he's going through right now. And Hosseini's staying busy. He's doing some hops. He's on the other side of the cage. There's a lot of aspects that go into mixed martial arts. Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, as I said, this is the strongest art form in terms of combat sports. The conditioning of the shins, the conditioning of the body. There is no takedowns. There's no time to rest. It is all forward pressure and momentum. That is the difference between kickboxing and mixed martial arts as a whole. Boxing, you even have the chance to tie up. Jiu-jitsu, you have the chance to stall. Wrestling, you have the chance to hold. You don't have any of those three when it comes to competitive kickboxing. Kevin Dornan coming over to check on Tyler here again.
He's taking his time.
Jamil has a bit of a mouse developing under that right eye of his own. He got caught with a couple of good shots early.
I got to tell you, Darcy, Jamil's pacing around on the other side of the cage there, and he looks over at Tyler every once in a while, and I got to say he doesn't look too happy.
Yeah.
You can see him on the screen here. He'll have a look at him here in just a moment, probably. Yeah, there he is. Stole a little look there.
He's got to stay focused on his own game. I highly doubt it's an intentional strike. No one wants to get disqualified for a low blow. Just throwing that back kick, hoping it lands into that liver area. However, as we see commonly in mixed martial arts as well, sometimes an ill-advised strike lands somewhere it's not supposed to.
Well, when you do a spinning technique and guys are changing levels, it can happen.
Tyler Nicholson struggling a little to get to his feet here. Kevin Dornan giving him all the time that he is being awarded here. Minute 30 left if I'm reading Kevin Dornan's lips right. Minute 30. Getting the confirm there from our referee.
And it looks like Tyler Nicholson might take all of that minute 30.
He should. You know, a lot of guys won't take all the time because they just want to, quote, get back at it. You know what? Take the time. There's no reason not to. Ready yourself.
Our referee, Kevin
him.
Dornan, you see him in the picture there, just continually checking in on Tyler Nicholson, waiting for him.
You can see
Give
him
the okay. He's probably got less than a minute now.
doing a bit of a hop and across the cage, you know, Jamil Husseini is sparring the livingfitnutrition.com corner, throwing some punches and just keeping himself loose as he's ready for this fight to continue. Tyler Nicholson looks like he's in a world of pain
could be
right
over,
now.
Darcy.
Yeah, it very well could be ending here. And it'd be a shame if it's a no call. Oh, he looks like he's turning around.
Oh, yeah. He just turned around and said, you know what, forget it. I'm going. Let's go.
There is a title on the line here tonight, Craig, and, you know, might be a little bit of Tyler's motivation here. He took his 5 minutes, and we're back to action. Oh, spinning heel kick there. Just that quickly, our first round ends, and he'll get a little more time to rest here in the second round.
That spinning heel kick, that meant business. If that lands, oh.
You can see the corners of both men come in here.
Couple of great gyms once again, by the way. You got Titan MMA taking on Lions MMA. Couple of real popular Vancouver gyms here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen Lions MMA with a couple of members of their team already in action tonight on our mixed martial arts side. Little bit of a mouse coming up on the outside of the right eye of Tyler Nicholson. Nothing too crazy. Our commission doing a little bit of work on the tape job as well. In the other corner there of Tyler Nicholson, we've got Nabil Salame and Ken Tran giving some instruction, probably telling them, hey, just breathe, get through this break. You got 4 more rounds to make a difference.
Well, with that long stoppage, both men should be fresh for round number 2.
Yeah, Tyler Nicholson looking a lot better off as he stands here in the corner and he looks ready to rock and roll here. Glad to see that fight didn't end on that kind of a strike. You know, it's never good to see a fight end prematurely like that.
Once again, we'll remind everybody, if they thought that was a quick round, it was a 2-minute round. So it's 5 2-minute rounds. Here we go. Nicholson once again in the blue. It's Hosseini in the red with yellow.
Good outside leg kick, and you can see the bottom of the left leg of Jamil Husseini starting to take some damage. Good left hand by Husseini there, though. Wow.
And it looked like once again he felled him right in that region. I mean, it happened so fast.
I'd like to see a replay on this, but I don't know for sure that we're going to be able to see one. I know that Tyler Nicholson took that shot. It looked to the groin area. The corner of Jamil Husseini was yelling that it was legal and above the belt.
It happened so fast, and unfortunately, we don't have a replay. Was it to the stomach? Was it lower than the stomach? I don't know. It was in that region for sure.
If
Happened
it's,
so fast. We had a good look at it, but it happened so fast.
if it's to the
Darcy.
stomach, we're going to see Tyler Nicholson get up and have markings above his belt line. And if there's no markings above the belt line, then it's a little hard to say, you know. Kevin Dornan here kind of, you know, taking a minute to figure out exactly how he wants to go about doing this. Seeing her,
Oh, we're seeing.
little bit of a replay.
Oh, yeah,
That's
we
the
did
end of-
see a
that's the end of the
replay.
first round there. That's the end of the first round.
Okay, so
first
the end of the
shot.
first round was definitely groin.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's maybe we'll have the luxury of a replay here of what just happened. Now we see the live shot of what's happening now. The first one was definitely groin.
Yeah, and, you know, to Jamil Hosseini's credit, I don't see him going in here and trying to throw 2 spinning back kicks to the groin to win a title. It's not really.
Of course not.
It's not
no.
really how it works. But the realistic side of it is these guys are throwing different strikes than you'll see when you're fearing a takedown. When you're not worried about being taken down, you can throw a lot of different attacks standing, and spinning back kick is one of them. Unfortunately for Tyler Nicholson, both times he happened to be in mid-striking mode as well, with one leg lifted, and therefore having that catch him in the groin area.
Oh, here we go. So this should be in this round here. This is in this round here. This is round number 2. Watch the legs of Hosseini. Okay. Now he's going to do a spinning technique here.
Seen him catch that left hook, and that's
Hopefully
fine.
our referee gets out of the way so we see it. Okay, here we go. That was a shot that missed.
gonna
It was
come
just
right
leading
here.
up. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, there you go.
Yep. That's
Pretty tough to argue with that. That was another shot to the groin by for my money.
Yeah, the video evidence is there. Definitely the video evidence is there to see a repeated, you know, strike to the groin. We're going to see if Tyler Nicholson can continue here, and he's chatting with his corner, Ken Tran. Commission doing a little bit of work on the gloves here.
And again, I must admit to a little bit of ignorance here in I don't know what amateur kickboxing rules are for this. I could tell you what would happen in MMA. This should definitely be at, unless it's a no contest, it should be at least a point off of Hosseini for that round.
I believe this has to go 3 rounds before it can go to a judge's decision, and right now we're watching Kevin Dornan completely cut the tape off of Jamil Hosseini's gloves here.
There was a tape problem earlier.
Seeing a little bit of work being done by Kevin
I
Dornan
believe it's
here.
an unrelated issue. I don't think they like the way that his gloves were taped originally. I'm not sure that they're ending this fight. I think they just don't like the way his gloves are taped.
Luckily, they have a very reliable blade in there to get the job done and get that tape separated.
And a fighter from earlier, Paul Kane, is actually bringing in some new tape.
Something with the taping on the right hand. We're going to see here if Tyler Nicholson is able to continue. We have our corner in, our medic in, sorry. Kevin Dornan able to use some of his resources cage side to deal with that glove issue. Seeing now a little retape going on the right hand of Jamil Hosseini as Tyler Nicholson recovers. We're going to try and get this match continued here. I believe if Tyler Nicholson's unable to continue, this may go down as a no contest, being that we are under 2 rounds into it. From my recollection and knowledge, 3 rounds is what it takes to go to a scorecard. Craig Nielsen right now over getting some clarification from both our officials and our commissioners here. Our crowd once again reacting to the replay of a spinning back kick. And you know, these are some of the difficulties that you encounter when you are competing in a different kind of combat sport. Again, never intentional, but when dealing with guys that throw limbs and all 8 of them in order to try to win a fight, you're going to see some strikes that are a little bit non-traditional.
All right, and Kevin Dornan is calling a stop to this contest. Nicholson is unable to continue, and from what I saw in those 2 replays, and they were definitely distinctive replays, 2 different replays, both shots were to the groin. We'll see if this is a DQ or a no contest.
I believe it's going to be a no contest. It's going to be up to the discretion of our referee, Kevin Dornan, and our cage side officials. But we're going to see exactly what it is that they choose to do here. Neither corner happy about about how this is ending right now.
Well,
I mean, for his own credit,
Hosseini might be
Tyler,
mad that the fight didn't continue. I'd be much more upset if I were Bradley Nicholson. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Those were 2 very, very solid kicks.
Tyler's getting assisted out of the cage before there's even a decision here, and that shows pretty much all you need to know. Unfortunately,